Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you all. Thank you so much for coming out to Davidson College. Happy holidays to everyone. This is an exciting day for Davidson College, for Davidson Athletics, and for Davidson football. We are so energized and excited about the future of Davidson football and the opportunities it affords for our scholar athletes. So we're excited to introduce someone very special to you and to the Davidson community. And to do so, I'd like to call forward, I should say, I'm Doug Hicks, president of Davidson College. It's great to see you all. I'd like to call forward our vice president and director of athletics, Chris Clooney.
Thank you, President Hicks, and good morning. Thank you all for being here. I want to also thank Coach Fack for being here and his family. Always good to see you all. I want to start by saying thank you to the search committee and those that served to help us bring Coach here today and his family. Also thanks to the faculty and staff and the scholar athletes who met with our candidates on campus. This search was challenging, but in a really good way. And it was due to the current status of our football program and where we are. Davidson football is a desirable place, right? Like the community, the people, and the success that we've had in recent years. And so for us, we want to publicly thank Scott Abel and his staff and his scholar athletes for 7 transformative years and laying a championship competitive foundation. But today is all about moving forward. And for us, from the very beginning, the search was focused on 2 things. Number one, we wanted somebody who could fit Davidson College. We wanted somebody who understood our mission to try to do athletics the right way, and somebody who could embrace the college's mission around leadership and service. We wanted someone who was a great person first and a great coach second. I'm proud to say, and there are many of our coaches here in the audience today, we have great people who are also great coaches. And I can say the same thing about our staff as well. And we also wanted somebody committed to an incredible scholar athlete experience, understanding that it's the 4 years to set you up for the next 40, right? We want to develop leaders and servants for our world. And so we wanted somebody to fit Davidson College, number one. Number two, we wanted somebody who could help us clear the bar. And for us, the bar for Davidson football is as high as it's been probably since the late 1960s, right? And our goal was to clear the bar. We've built a championship competitive foundation, but we want to sustain it. We've won PFL championships, made it to the FCS playoffs, but we want to advance in it. And for us, why not try to become one of the best FCS programs in the country, right? Clearly set, we want to win. And we believe we've found that person in Saj Thakkar. Saj shined throughout the process in one of the deepest and strongest candidate pools this program has ever seen. He's innovative, he's versatile, and he's a student of the game of football. We believe he has the ability to build deep connections, not only just within the team, but across the campus community and beyond. And he has a proven capacity to win, not just on the field, but off the field as well, with a deep commitment to academic excellence and community service. Finally, we believe Saj is a leader, a dynamic leader, and one that can lead with a sense of shared ownership throughout the program. We want to be extremely clear about where we are and where we have been, and more importantly, where we're going. And we're excited to also welcome his family to the Davidson community, wife Bobby Jo, son Caden, and daughter Ensley. We're excited to take the next great step in this program's history, and believe us, we will. And with that, I'd like to introduce the 29th head coach for Davidson College football, Saj Thakkar.
Just want to thank everyone for being here, and thank you guys for that kind introduction as well. Couldn't be more thrilled to be in this position, be standing in front of everyone right now. But first, and obviously I have a long list here of thank yous, but the first one, I would love to thank my wife, Bobby Jo. She's been my rock every step of the journey. The sacrifice, like a lot of people don't understand that aren't in coaching, the sacrifice families make with the time away, the recruiting trips, the 60, 70 hours a week in the office. Just thank you for your love and support in every step. And my kids, Caden and Ensley, as proud and grateful I am to be the head football coach at Davidson, I'm even more proud that you guys get to call me Dad. So, Chris Clooney and President Hicks and the entire search committee, thank you for believing in my vision for Davidson football. It's really evident that Davidson is committed to excellence both on and off the field. And I'm excited to help raise this program, take it to that next level that Chris was talking about. The next people I'd like to thank is just a list of coaches that have given me opportunities. Starting back at my alma mater, Pat Haverty, to SUNY Maritime, Clayton Kendrick Holmes, Tim Murphy at Harvard, who I learned so much from, and then lastly, Vaughn Williams, the athletic director at Bentley, who took a shot on me as a first-time head coach 2 years ago. Be forever grateful for that opportunity. Especially like to thank the entire community at Bentley. We were able to have two great seasons there. Had tremendous support from the staff, the campus, the community. Had a great group of players and assistant coaches. That was a special place with really special people. And I knew it would take a really special opportunity for me to leave there with the success that we were having. And I believe I found that here at Davidson. Now, what are we going to be at Davidson, right? A lot of people have asked me kind of, what's your plan, right? There's been success there. They built a facility. Coach Abel and the staff did such a good job. First off, I want to give credit to that staff. We're going to build off of the foundation that they laid for us. Okay, we're gonna take some things that they did, right? But if I was to say, I'm gonna do things exactly like Coach Abel, right? That wouldn't be fair to the players, to the staff, or to the community, right? Everyone's there. Everyone's an individual, but we're going to build off of what that last staff did. Our program's going to be built around people. Okay, we'll be a people-first program in who we bring in as a staff and who we bring in from who we recruit as players. Okay, everyone who lays a finger on this program will have high character. Okay, they'll have a high level of connection. Connection and relationship building will be important to them. They will be extremely competent in what they do, starting with the staff, and what that means from a player perspective is that they'll be students of the game. We want people that want to know football, that want to learn, that want to get better. And lastly, everyone that steps foot in this program is going to be a relentless competitor, and our level of competition is going to drive us to this next step. We're going to win here, okay? And the way we do it, there's really two ingredients that winning football comes down to. Teams got to be tough, physically, mentally, and emotionally. And they have to be able to execute at a high level. And that starts with our off-season program, starting January 21st, all the way through spring ball, through fall camp, the meetings, the practice. The message is always, it's not about what we do, it's about how we do it. We're going to have a high level of efficiency. We're going to do things the right way. To our alumni, okay, the door is open. Okay, we want alumni here and present as much as possible. Not just alumni, families of alumni, former coaches. If you've laid a hand in the success and the history of Davidson football, you have an open invite to be here. Okay, we want you as part of this program. The best programs in the country, right, have great involvement from alumni groups, and we want to be no different. We want to have that same thing going. We're going to create an outstanding environment here, right? I think great coaches attract great players. So we're going to bring in a great staff who provide an outstanding environment that student athletes want to be a part of. Environment that's extremely positive, okay, but that's centered around growth and development, okay? An environment that's fun, but extremely competitive. We're going to play an exciting brand of football, okay? Offensively, we'll run the football downhill, we'll throw it downfield, we'll use the width of the field, 53 1/3, and we'll use tempo to our advantage. We'll find ways to be explosive and put the ball in the end zone. Defensively, we'll force turnovers. We're going to be an attack-style defense. We will force turnovers. We'll make quarterbacks extremely uncomfortable, and we'll keep teams out of the end zone. Special teams, we're going to be extremely aggressive, but not reckless. Okay, we're going to take our chances when they present themselves, but first and foremost, we'll be sound fundamentally, and our program, offense, defense, and special teams will thrive in situational football. We'll put a tremendous emphasis on the minor details it takes to winning football games. I'll say it again, we will win here, okay, but we'll do it the right way, our way, the Davidson way. Our family is so excited to be here. We're thrilled. Thank you all so much for being here. Go Cats. I think we'd like to open up for any questions, if anyone has any questions. Great.
Randy, welcome to the area.
Thank you. Thanks.
So, growing up in Wakefield, Massachusetts, what was it that just got you into football and just ended up driving your passion to end up starting becoming an assistant coach and then becoming a head coach this young and now making it down here to Davidson?
For sure. Yeah, great to meet you, and I'm looking forward to talking to you more. Yeah, it started at a young age, like you said. I was fortunate to have my brother as a role model for me. He was kind of the first one who got into sports. I grew up a son of parents who were immigrants who had no athletic background, so my brother was really the first one that paved the way, and that's what really got me into not just football, but sports in general, and then, just kind of going through and, you different interests, things like that, obviously just kind of gravitated towards football, but really, when I got to high school, I was able to see my brother be a coach, and really just the impact you're able to have. It had nothing to do with the X's and O's. It had everything to do with the development, staying after school with kids and doing homework and seeing them do that sort of stuff, the mentorship. That's what really got me into coaching. And then as I really got through college and fell in love with the X's and O's, I knew that's really what I wanted to do. Absolutely, and great question. I think it starts with the recruiting process, right? We will not lie to recruits in what Davidson is. We're going to find people that are the right fit for us. And what that means is, yes, you have to be a really good football player. If we don't recruit really good football players, I won't be here too long. So we got to recruit really good football players. But right, there's plenty of really good football players out there. How do we find the ones that are the fit for us? We have to ask the hard questions. We got to ask the hard questions to high school coaches, to counselors, to circle of influence. For us, right, we need someone who really, really values football, but not just football. We need people that value the education that Davidson can offer, the connection to the alumni network, the life after graduation. People who understand they're going to have an outstanding football experience these next 4 years, but they're really going to Davidson for the next 40 years after graduation. So I think it first and foremost starts with bringing in the right people and then just constantly relaying that message, not just me, but our staff, our team leadership, that you are not just here to play football. You're here to really get the best possible student-athlete experience as you can have. Thanks.
Jim Ryan, class of '64. I think we're all scared of the portal, and a number of our players have signed up for it. How are you going to handle that? Maybe you've already started. What are you going to do to try to encourage these people to stay, these players to stay?
For sure, yeah, and obviously it's a different day and age of college football, right? You got portal, you got NIL, you got a lot of stuff going on. It's kind of turning into the pro model. And you know, when a coaching change happens, right, no one's really immune to that. People are going to go test the portal and see what's out there. And I know some of the guys were able to kind of land some great opportunities, full scholarship opportunities, kind of in that transition. But that work has already started. Really, the day that it was announced, which was this past Wednesday, that was kind of first order of business after meeting with the team via Zoom because everyone was on winter break. But was on the phone with those guys, trying to just develop those relationships. It's almost like the recruiting process all over again. You just got to treat it like you got to sell the vision, try, connect, build the relationship, and one of the reasons, right, I think places like Davidson and what really attracted me to this job and my last job were you're not completely immune from it, but you are a little bit immune from it at places that offer more than just football. I always told myself when I had the opportunity to be a head coach, I wanted to be at a place where you're not just selling flashy uniforms in a great facility. The good thing about here is we do have that, right? But we also have a tremendous education that you can't really get many other places in the country. So you are really giving up a lot to leave Davidson, and that's the message to a lot of these guys.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Recruited a lot of your athletes from Bentley and New England and Harvard, went more nationwide. At one point, you went cross country in one day from Massachusetts to California, back to Massachusetts to talk to a recruit. Where do you think the recruiting base will be for Davidson? Is it going to be more nationwide like it has been the last few years?
Yeah, I mean, I think the Davidson brand is national, which is awesome. I mean, we have the whole country, at our fingertips, and with the way recruiting is now, it's not like it used to be, right? Like everything's online. You can find people, and because we have such a good reputation, you can sell that. We can go see people, but you could really attract people here. But I think any successful program has to do a great job in their backyard, right? And for us, that's North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia. We have to do a great job in those 4 states. But making sure the people that fit us, that we want in those states, we get. We don't let them leave the region or go anywhere else. We want to make sure those guys are coming here. But after that, yeah, we'll definitely go nationwide and find the best possible fits for Davidson.
Anything else?
No.
I'm Chip and Wanaco, and our experience here has just been fantastic. We came from Georgia, and we have really enjoyed the programs here. It's just been fantastic. But I was just interested, I saw where you spent some time with the Falcons and the Titans. What work did you do in that?
Yeah, so I was really fortunate to have been selected twice for the Bill Walsh Diversity Fellowship. And what that program is, it's you have to interview, you send in like a video clip, resume, and then basically if you get selected, you get to spend training camp assisting with the position group, kind of really just seeing it from the other side, right, from the professional sports side, seeing how the programs operate at that level. So I was fortunate. My first time doing it, I was in Atlanta, met so many great people there that I still keep in contact with. Actually, a lot of them texted me when I got this job, which was great. But there, I got to work with the wide receivers, Coach T.J. Yates, who's still there as the quarterbacks coach now, NFL vet, did a tremendous job, and then the next year in Tennessee, it was the same program, just with a different club. And with Tennessee, it was the same thing. I was able to work with the wide receivers there, kind of spend training camp, and really just a great learning and development experience. And I'm all about that. Like I want to be able to provide those experiences for our assistant coaches as well. Because I think, right, you learn so much. You're in something for so long. And at the time, like, I had been at Harvard for 4 years, I think, before I did my first one. It's just like you go spend time somewhere else. You get some fresh ideas, some new things. Really, the number one goal of those things, right, is to be able to come back to your program with fresh ideas, new ways of doing things so you can help your own program move forward. But, yeah, those were awesome experiences.
Anyone else? Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much.